Here are weeks that change a person's trajectory. Weeks that, when you look back years from now, you point to and say, that's when everything shifted. For Travis Kelce, that week was the last one in March 2026. It started on a Thursday night inside the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles, where Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift did something they had never done before. After nearly 3 years of dating, an engagement in August 2025, countless NFL games, and an entire world tour, the couple finally attended an entertainment awards show together. Their destination? The 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Their first award show, as a couple, ever. They skipped the red carpet and arrived separately, because even the most famous couple on the planet likes to keep a little mystery alive. But once they were inside, seated side by side in the front row, the cameras never left them. Taylor was radiant in a pale green velvet two-piece by Wiederhoeft, a sleeveless corset top shimmering with encrusted crystals and tassels in an asymmetric design, paired with a matching skirt. Travis matched her energy in a jacket, pants and boots by Tom Ford, layered over a Calvin Klein shirt, finished with a Cartier watch and ring, and a David Yurman bracelet. Both looks were curated by stylist Joseph Castle-Falconer, and they looked every bit the power couple the world already knew them to be. But looking good was the easy part. What happened next is what sent the internet into a complete meltdown. Taylor Swift won 7 awards that night. 7. In a single evening. Song of the Year, Pop Song of the Year, Favorite TikTok Dance, Best Lyrics and Best Music Video, all for The Fate of Ophelia. Plus Pop Album of the Year for The Life of a Showgirl and the night's biggest honor, Artist of the Year. With that haul, she became the most awarded musician in the ceremony's 12-year history, and through every single win, Travis Kelce was on his feet. When presenter Ray announced Taylor as the winner of Pop Album of the Year, this 6'5", 250-pound tight, and leaped out of his chair and started waving his arms, beckoning the entire Dolby Theatre crowd to rise with him. He wanted a standing ovation, and he got one. Taylor stood, kissed him quickly and sweetly, and walked to the stage. Then she said the words that would be replayed millions of times before sunrise. Standing at the microphone, Taylor told the audience that her album probably felt very happy and confident and free because that's the way that I get to feel every single day of my life, because of my fiancé, who's here too. The room erupted, fans screamed, and the camera cut to Travis, still standing, still beaming, and caught him mouthing 3 quiet words back to her across the crowded room. I love you, and oh hesitation, no self-consciousness. Just a man telling the woman he loves that he's proud of her, in front of the whole world, but the sweetness didn't stop with speeches. Later in the evening, during Ray's performance of Where Is My Husband, Taylor sang along while standing right next to Travis, and during the chorus, in a move that sent fans into absolute hysterics, she flashed her sparkly old mine brilliant cut diamond engagement ring. Where is my husband? She looked right at him, found him. The crowd lost it. Throughout the rest of the ceremony, the cameras captured them dancing along to performances by host Ludacris, holding hands, laughing, whispering to each other, the quiet, easy intimacy of 2 people who genuinely enjoy each other's company, surrounded by thousands. When Olympic figure skater Alyssa Liu presented Taylor with Artist of the Year and called her the GOAT of music, Travis was right there applauding, and backstage, he didn't just congratulate Taylor. He turned to Liu and told her she crushed it on stage, because that's who Travis Kelce is. He hypes everyone up. It's just what he does. One fan online captured the vibe of the evening perfectly, joking that Mr. Swift devoured his first appearance as the First Lady. Hard to argue with that. 2 days later, on Saturday night, Taylor stepped out again, this time without Travis. She showed up at the historic Fonda Theatre in Los Angeles for the second night of Paul McCartney's intimate concert run. The guest list read like a Hollywood fever dream. Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart, Al Pacino, John Hamm, Steve Carell, Billie Eilish, Laura Dern, Reese Witherspoon, Sabrina Carpenter, Christina Aguilera, Owen Wilson, Queen Latifah, Renee Rapp, Margot Robbie, Stevie Nicks, and even Ringo Starr. But nestled quietly in that star-studded crowd was one name that made headlines for a very different reason: John Mayer, Taylor's ex-boyfriend. The two were romantically linked back in 2009. She was 19, he was 32, and after their split, Taylor reportedly channeled the experience into Dear John. On this particular Saturday night, both were inside the same intimate venue, and both apparently knew how to handle it. Taylor was spotted chatting warmly with Olivia Rodrigo on her way out, and she slipped out through a different exit than John. Different doors. No drama. Crisis averted. So where was Travis while all of this is happening? Oregon, on a golf course, living his best life. After the iHeart Awards wrapped, Kelce had flown north for a boys' trip to Bandon Dunes, one of the most legendary golf resorts in the country, with San Francisco 49ers stars George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk, fellow Chiefs tight end Robert Tonyan, and a handful of other friends. Kittle posted photos from the trip on Instagram with the caption, Bandon Boys FT, and Juszczyk commented simply, all-time trip. It made perfect sense. Kelce is a golf fanatic. He loves the game so much he skipped this year's Pro Bowl to compete in the WM Phoenix Open Pro-Am alongside Scottie Scheffler and Brooks Koepka. And his friendship with Kittle runs deep. Just last month, Travis and Taylor had gone on a double date with George and his wife Claire at the Bird Streets Club in LA. So while Taylor navigated a room full of exes and Beatles legends, Travis was on the Oregon coast hitting fairways with his brothers in football. A power couple who knows how to do their own thing. And then, on Monday, March 30th, the biggest announcement of the week dropped, and it had nothing to do with touchdowns or Taylor. Tommy Hilfiger officially announced Travis Kelce as the brand's newest global brand ambassador and creative collaborator. The company posted a photo of Travis and Tommy smiling together on Instagram and wrote that Kelce brings a new perspective to timeless American style, blending confidence, individuality, and a modern point of view. The statement closed with a line that felt less like a tagline and more like a promise. From the field to the front row, this is just the beginning. This wasn't just a modeling gig. Kelce would participate in a series of major ad campaigns, starting with the fall 2026 launch, and co-design a full collaboration with the brand. The first campaign would be shot over 2.5 days at the end of April at an undisclosed iconic New York location, a setting Hilfiger described as one of glamour, sophistication, and surprise encounters. The story would continue into spring 2027, with a design collaboration reimagining elevated Tommy icons. And here's the part that should make every NFL fan sit up. Kelce plans to wear his Hilfiger pieces during the tunnel walks of both his 2026 and 2027 seasons with the Chiefs. Every game day entrance, already appointment viewing for millions, would now double as a runway moment for one of America's most iconic fashion houses. Tommy Hilfiger himself didn't hold back. He called Kelce a true American icon and admitted landing the deal wasn't simple. You know when you're dealing with these icons, it's never easy, he said, because they have agents, they have managers, they have other people offering them deals. We looked at it as a score. He praised Kelce as someone who is at the forefront of a new generation of athletes expressing themselves through style, and said he has a natural instinct for style. He knows what looks good on him, he likes to feel current, and his tunnel walks are a signature. But the most revealing part of the announcement wasn't what Tommy said about Travis. It was what Travis said about himself. He talked about falling in love with the brand in the 10th grade, asking his mom to buy him sailing gear jackets, drawn to the confident style and red, white and blue DNA that Tommy Hilfiger had always represented. He said he'd worn Tommy Hilfiger through multiple phases of his life and loved those timeless pieces you can revisit years later that just get cooler with time. And when he finally met Tommy in person, they bonded over something beautifully simple, the joy of self-expression, just having fun with it, no pretense, no formula, just creativity. Getting to work with Tommy and put his own twist on timeless pieces, Travis said, is a dream come true. There was even a tease about a possible runway debut in September. When asked whether Kelce might actually walk in a Tommy Hilfiger fashion show, the designer gave the most fashion industry answer imaginable: to be determined. He added that while the design process hasn't fully started, we have more ideas than we can possibly even incorporate into the collection. We're shooting ideas back and forth every day. Tommy Hilfiger's previous global ambassadors include Rafael Nadal, Gigi Hadid, Lewis Hamilton, and Damson Idris. Travis Kelce now joins that list, not as an outsider stepping into the fashion world, but as someone who's been quietly building toward this moment for over 2 decades, ever since a kid from Cleveland Heights first asked his mom for that jacket. And if you zoom all the way out, the full picture of Travis Kelce's week is almost hard to believe. In the span of 5 days, he made his official awards show debut as Taylor Swift's fiancé, mouthed, "I love you" on camera as she won 7 awards and thanked him in front of millions, flew to Oregon for a legendary golf trip with some of the best tight ends in football, and landed a global fashion deal that puts him at the creative table with one of America's most iconic designers. His tunnel walks are about to become campaigns. His designs might end up on a runway. His podcast, New Heights, was Spotify's #1 sports podcast of 2025. He's hosted Saturday Night Live. He's engaged to the highest-grossing live music artist of all time. And just 2 weeks before the Hilfiger announcement, he confirmed he's returning to the Chiefs for a 14th NFL season, citing Taylor as one of his biggest inspirations for coming back, telling ESPN that watching her keep going to the table, keep finding new things to write about motivated him to say, "You know what, I'm not done either." From the field, to the front row, to the design table, there is something Tommy Hilfiger said during the announcement that keeps ringing true, something about how Kelce brings a new perspective to timeless American style. But honestly, at this point, Travis Kelce isn't just bringing a new perspective, he is the new perspective, and this is just the beginning.